Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. We're here today with finally the album tier list for Trench. It's been a long journey throughout and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, so this may be a positive ranking. Now we're going to do this one slightly different to our normal way. We're going to do it out of order, so it's not a very predictable video, you know. We're going to do it very spontaneously. If you guys are enjoying the channel uploads as well, please make sure you subscribe and like this video and turn those notification bells on so you're notified whenever a video comes out. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first song we have here is Smithereens. Now, when I first listened to this song, it was a straight playlist ad for me, to which I still think this song definitely has some sort of a vibe, and it definitely is something you can play in the background. However, I do think it gets lost when it comes to replayability, and I didn't really keep it in my playlist for very long at all, so it has dropped down quite a few points for me since. Let's put this one down into... we're going to put this one into the C tier just because it has dropped a fair few points for me since playing it, so we will put it over there in that C category. Next on the list, we have Chlorine. Also, before you guys judge my opinions, make sure you remember it is my opinion, so obviously it's not right. It definitely is. Of course it is. That's why you watch me. My opinion's always right. Of course it is. And so with Chlorine is that type of song that I didn't really get when I first listened to. Let's be real. I was having a bad day in terms of understanding what was being said, but from what I can understand now after reading some of the comments and getting to know the song a little bit better, this song delves into Tyler's hiatus that he went on from music after his album Blurry Face. This here is a great comment talking about what actually did happen here, and probably best you read that one if you're interested rather than listening to me. But in terms of the production quality on that song, I thought it was top notch, and also why I am going to chuck this one in fact into the A tier. Alright, next we're on to Pet Cheetah. Interesting song, this one. It's actually a song about Tyler's writing block, so that's pretty unique as a concept, you know, when you're getting stuck on writing down ideas for songs and lyrics and whatnot. And I 100% relate to that because I go through that sometimes when I'm making music, because obviously I do make music. If you want to check out Time to Myself, it's out right now. What are you doing? Stream the song. What a nice little plug. Beautiful. This song also has that horror/chase scene type effect at the start of the song, which I thought was really interesting. I do think this song has grown on me a little bit, although I do think some of the parts of this song didn't really fit together all too well, so that does drop it down a few points, unfortunately. However, the song still goes into that B tier, so we're going to put it in there. Also, the sizing of these are going to be way off, so I'm apologizing now, just in case it gets any worse. Alright, next we have Nico and the Niners, or Nico and the Niners. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but this song is quality. It's a banger! It has one of the better flows in the entire 21 Pilots discography, from what I've heard so far anyway. Again, continuing this intriguing story that we'll touch on a bit later, but this story about this journey they're going through, and all these little lore pieces in this song especially, and it's intriguing the way it's told. Anyway, I think this is a top-notch song. A tier. Although I do think it's actually above Chlorine, in my opinion. I actually do like this song better than Chlorine, so we will put it above that one. Alright, Jumpsuit is next. This song has jumped up a few rankings for me. I love the roller coaster of emotions, and not just like instrumentally, because obviously it's just crazy, but just the vocal performance on this one is probably some of the best in Tyler's career. Yeah, lots of different emotions and stuff that'll keep your ears peeled like the entire time. I would 100% recommend listening to this one. And the middle part is actually super underrated in the song, or at least I underrated it. I'm not saying anyone else did, but it's just so peaceful. And then that transition into like the horror, death metal vibes, just lots of highs and low points into the song. So you actually have to admire it. like, if I had to describe it as something, I'd say it's close to a movie. We're gonna put it in A tier. We're gonna put it in A tier. I will put it above Chlorine, but I do prefer Nico and the Niners. Maybe a hot take, maybe not, but I just think it's just more in tune to what I like in music. So next we're on to Leave the City. What a vibe. What a quiet way to end the album, which is really interesting, but I wouldn't say it doesn't match the tempo of this album, because like it's so different and unique, this entire album together, so it's not out of place or anything. Even though I don't think I will be revisiting the song, I do really appreciate it. I hate to keep doing it, but like I'm gonna have to give this an A tier as well. Like maybe lower A tier, but honestly, it's just such a vibe, this song. Okay, next we're on to Cut My Lip. Alright, now we're on to Cut My Lip. This song is actually probably the worst in the entire album, which is crazy to say because I still don't really think this song is bad. Most of the song is actually decent for the most part. It just lost me when it started getting to that grandma type voice, which just annoyed the hell out of me, let's be real. Although this comment from B, which very consistent commenter on the channel, actually highlights what this one line says, which is actually sick because it really links between Chlorine and stuff. And you know how I am with references to prior albums or even within albums or different songs. I love little references here and there. So yes, this is the worst song on the album, but it's still in C tier. Next we're on to Neon Gravestones. Now this song is so much deeper than I thought it was. I was completely off in this reaction video. Like I wasn't even scratching the surface of what the song meant. It's actually a song that talks about celebrity suicides and how I guess we shouldn't be praising them or, you know, doing any of that. We should be frowning upon suicide because it's not right. It's not the right way to go about things, no matter how bad your situation is. And it's really sad for people to get there because they obviously didn't get the help they needed. This added meaning really elevates the song higher than I initially ranked it, and I also love the vocals and musical choices in this song as well. So therefore, we have another A tier, my friends. Oh, it's not gonna end anytime soon, I'm telling you this. Speaking of which, we're onto My Blood. Honestly, I'm so close to putting this one in S tier. The music video was amazing, and I think paired with the music video it is an S tier, but when we're just talking about the song, I think it's not just there. It's so close. I actually revisited this song a few weeks ago and it's even better than I remembered. I love the vibe it produces, the grooviness for quite a sad song, like in terms of meaning anyway and concept. Also kind of catchy as well, but all this just kind of takes it up a few notches than what I originally had it as. I wonder where this one's going, guys. It's in the A tier, but we will put it at the top of A tier. Next we're on to Legend. There's nothing really too wrong with this song. From what I hear, it was directed towards Tyler's grandpa. That definitely feels, you know, it's a heartwarming moment, isn't it? And how his grandpa was such an influential figure in his life. Just nothing too crazy, a song directed towards somebody's grandpa. So look, I'll give it a B tier, but it's nothing all that special, let's be real. Next we're on to Bandito. Now, I still don't know what a bandito is. Actually, I think I was told. I think it's something to do with the story. Anyway, the instrumentals on this song are so flavoursome. Topic matter obviously was good, and lots of different references to other songs, such as Neon Gravestones. Obviously, we had that line in there. But this song, again, was a jam and a great vibe. So this song, again, ranks high for me. I am going to put it into the A tier. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Bro, I actually think we're going to be running out of space here in the A tier. Next, we're on to The Hype. Bro, this song is probably the most listened to song on this album for me. And it actually is still in one of my playlists. I just think it's catchy as hell. Like this song is peak catchiness for 21 Pilots for me. The instrumentals, once again, are sick and slick, and obviously make me want to bop my head the entire time. It also delves into Tyler talking about his younger self and telling him not to believe in all the hype that comes with being a musician or an artist. You're probably going to get disappointed most of the time, which is, you know, it is kind of facts. Look, we can't fit it into A tier, so we'll just put it in the F tier. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. Look, it's so unsatisfying. Sorry, OCD users. What? people, look, it's just an example of how many A-tier songs there were. Let's do it like this. Okay, now we have Morph. Lots of chaotic instruments in the song that somewhat actually work together, which is really weird, really strange. And it kind of creates one of the most unique sounds of the album, so I can rate it for that. And some of the lyrics conveying morphing into someone else instead of dealing with it and facing rejection is somewhat relatable, while also possibly delving into afterlife and death in the chorus, which is really weird to think about. However, I wasn't really a fan of the high-pitched vocals in the song. It did really drop a few points for me, and it's not very listenable in my opinion. So this song is in the C tier, unfortunately. Not like that's a bad thing, but in this album's case, I guess it is. So we'll put it probably above Cut My Lip. And then thanks guys for watching. You thought we were done. Levitate. You can't hate Levitate. What do I even start with? This song has probably the best flow out of any 21 Pilots song I've ever heard. It has a fast rapping part. It has so much energy, so much lyrical content in this song alone that it's honestly, it's top notch. It's top notch. Like that fast rap, bro, again, it's just showcasing skills that I didn't think Tyler even possessed. So that's ridiculous. And I love the lyrics and the references to the overarching story once again in that little trilogy with obviously Nico the Miners and Jumpsuit. And that vulture line was sick, and the rhyme scheme around that line also was just. And I think I kind of figured out the link here between the dragon and Scaled and Icy, and obviously the vulture here in Trench. And yeah, I don't have any problems with this song. It is in my playlist. It's a banger. It is, in my opinion, the best song on the album with an S tier ranking. So in we go, Levitate. You can't hate Levitate. This is my Trench rankings here. Obviously, we didn't really fit everything into the A tier, so that's pretty remarkable if I do say so myself. We have the album rankings up here. I actually decided to change it up and just make it more normal, so we converted all the rankings into out of 10s instead of out of 6. It does in fact get a 7.5 out of 10, which is the best album we've ranked to date. It is better than NF Clouds in my opinion, and the best 21 Pilots project we've listened to so far. Also, thanks to all the commenters who did comment on all these videos. Thank you to B especially. I think this person commented on every single 21 Pilots video in the Trench albums at least. And it seems my camera has died, which is a very fitting ending. If you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like down below and get ready. Obviously, if you guys are still keen on me continuing the 21 Pilots journey backwards, then we will. Anyway, guys, subscribe if you're new. I will see you in the next one. Peace. Sometimes I think about the people you used to go to school with. They look at me now, thinking how this man do this. A downplayer saying this ain't really crazy. Went from 110 to 90 kg. No wasting my time, that ain't that easy. But why do I feel like the world, they still hate me?